Hey, what's going on everyone? Welcome to this video on my second channel, Nobody Extra, where I do vlogs and other random things. So I appreciate you watching. I love having this channel because I like the size of my main channel, Nobody Epic, and I like video games. I like my audience, but when you have a larger channel, there's certain expectations about what content you're going to put out, and that just feels like a jail cell sometimes. Like I can't do vlogs because they're shit content, low effort content, which, I mean, in a lot of ways, gaming is low effort content, but I guess it's also expected content from a gaming channel. So that's a mini rant. I'm sorry, I'm going to be rambling this video. I have two main topics I want to focus on though, so let me tell you those before we just go wherever we're going to go. First, I wanted to let you know about my new microphone setup. That's mostly the purpose of this video, to test my microphone when I'm editing it, see how it sounds, and yeah, just test it out. It's an Audio-Technica 2035, I believe. It has really good reviews on Amazon, and a few YouTubers have recommended it to me. Most recently, BOO. I have procrastinated in getting this setup that I have wanted for a while. We're going to cover that with my next topic, which I will tell you about after I continue to show you my setup. So, like I said, Audio-Technica 2035 with a pop filter, came with a pop filter and an XLR cable. And I also got a, I don't want to move the camera because I have it set up all nice, but I got a Focusrite audio interface, Scarlett 2i2. Does that make sense? I don't know. It's linked in the description if you want to see it in person on Amazon. It's a setup I've wanted for a while. It's a basic version of a professional audio setup. I was rocking with this Blue Yeti for 3 years. It's great. If you want to start out on YouTubing, I would recommend the Yeti or the Snowball. You just plug in the USB and then you plug it into your computer, but everything
must die.
Whoa, this just got dark. No, my microphone died this weekend, and I didn't have a backup. I used to have a backup, but I've moved multiple times since I started YouTubing, and since I've gotten a couple of microphones, so those microphones either go away in a garage sale. I don't think I threw any of them away. Maybe I did. Also, my cat, Finn, is in the room, as he needs to be, because he's very needy. Yes, you're in the video now, because you meowed. Real camera whore, that one. But not, he doesn't like being on the camera. He just likes being heard. And he just walks out of the room like he owns the place. Anyways, I don't have a backup microphone, so I haven't been able to talk to my friends or record videos for the past 2 days, Saturday and Sunday, because my microphone died on Friday. I did everything I could to revive it. I took it off life support on Saturday morning. So I got this new setup. I really like it. I think it's going to sound great. The only thing, and this has always been a problem with my setup, is my computer is making a lot of noises. I don't put forth the best effort to reduce the noise in my computer. And I apologize to any of you who are watching this and don't care at all about YouTube. This is really boring, nerdy tech talk, and I am not even that well versed in electronic tech. I guess maybe more than the average person because it's part of my job, but I don't put the effort into reducing the noise in my computer, so that's something I would like to do in the future. It's just not as simple as buying a new microphone. Oh, also, before I got off the microphone and tech topic, I did want to say I have had this, and sorry, the audio is going to be weird because I'm moving my microphone now. I've had this boom arm. This is a Rode PSA1 microphone boom arm, I believe, for 3 or 4 years now. I've also had it since right around the time I started YouTubing. Maybe I bought it 6 months after I started YouTubing. This is quality. Rode is an awesome company. They don't pay me anything. I just wanted to shout them out because one time when I was moving, I think I've moved apartments or houses or whatever 3 or 4 times since I've started YouTubing. So when you move, you lose some stuff. And I lost the base piece to this microphone arm. I emailed Rode support and I said, how much would it cost for me to buy the base piece? Could I get it at a reduced price? And they said, well, it was just one guy. He called me up and he's like, hey man, I just got an extra boom arm piece in the shop if you want. I can just send it to you if you give me your address. And I was like, all right, how much does it cost? And he's like, oh, it's free. And I thought that was so cool. No company does that. I mean, there are companies that do that. I don't know why I'm exaggerating like that. There are companies that do that. Rode is one of them. So I wanted to shout them out. I try to buy their products whenever I can. I didn't see a microphone from them for my desktop setup that really fit my budget or what I was looking for, but I have a Rode shotgun microphone. So shouts out to Rode. Let me jerk them off a little bit there. So that's it for the tech talk. I'm sorry if that was boring, but I just wanted to let people know and test out the audio for myself. It's going to be interesting for me in the editing process. Now on to the topic that I wanted to vent about, the difference between 25 and 15. It's 10. Sorry about that. No, I mean the difference between the age of 25 and the age of 15. And we're going to go beyond the obvious. You can drive a car. You can be tried as an adult for a crime. Stuff like that. I want to talk about how I felt at the age of 15 versus how I feel now at the age of 25. This might be a harsh reality for you. This might be something you can relate to. I really only have one idea in my head that I thought about saying for this video. I didn't write anything down, and I'm just going to vent because it feels good. It's very therapeutic for me to put these videos up on the internet and to see you guys talk in the comments and be able to converse with you. It's my favorite part of YouTube, the communication, mass communication. So let's talk about something that I feel like everyone can relate to. When I was 15, and I feel like I've said this before, and I feel like everyone feels this way, I had this idea that when I was an adult, maybe not necessarily 18, but definitely when I was in my 20s, I would feel like I had a larger sense of a control in my life, a sense of direction, and a sense of responsibility, being able to handle responsibility and being able to, I don't know, I wouldn't even know how I would describe it, lead an adult life. At the age of 25, I can say I am more fearful of the world than I was at the age of 15, and I am more uncertain than I have ever been. But it's not the worst thing. Here's the caveat. I'm used to it. You get used to that feeling, but it's not what you expect. What I expected was to be like my dad, and I really love both my parents, but I really revere my dad because he's very smart and he's very young and very active. I meant he's not very young. He's very young at heart and very active and healthy, and I love him, and he seems to always know what to do, or at least he did when I was a kid. As I've gotten to be an adult and my eyes are open to the realities of the world around me, I can see that my dad is not invincible. And I really truly thought that when I was a kid. I thought any problem my dad has to face, if we need the deck stained, if there's a health issue in our family, if there's money issues, I didn't hear about it, and everything was rainbows and butterflies around my place. But when you become an adult, I can see that my dad is not invincible. And that's okay. That's the reality of this world. Maybe it's stupid for me to even say that to you. You know, maybe you're like, well, of course, he's just a fucking person. But I didn't think that, and I thought it would just be a lot easier to adjust to growing up. So let me just get to the root of the problem, the actual real life thing that I'm doing right now that is really stressing me out. And all adults have to do this, and it stresses out all adults. But I have some type of weird problem accepting responsibility. I procrastinate a lot, but I've also found out my father procrastinates a lot. Part of the learning he's not invincible thing. So it happens. We all do it. I've gotten really behind on my taxes for last year, and that's a problem because I am my own employer. I am the business. And I did a lot of different things last year. I did not get paid from one source. I got paid from multiple sources. I have a person who does my taxes for me, but I have to explain to this person what is income, what are business expenses, what this was for, what this means. And in this digital age, when you're working on the internet, that can be a little murkier because it's not, a doctor or a career that has been around for a really long time to where a CPA would just know, oh, this is how you categorize a doctor's revenue because he's a doctor. This is a job that has existed for 3 years. No, 2009. So I don't know why I said 3 years, 7 years, when YouTube Partnership Program started, the YouTube Partnership Program, and other media platforms on the internet where you can make money. Twitch, obviously, another big one. And there's more, Vine, whatever. So what do you say is your job? I say digital entrepreneur for a lot of things. And again, I'm sorry if this is very boring. This video can get 1 view for all I care. This is me venting. Once I get it off my chest, I don't know what it is, but it just makes me relax. And maybe if I get a couple of comments saying, hey, I feel that way too, it makes me feel better. So yeah. But it is just really stressful to know that if in any way, shape, or form, through neglect, not even purposefully, I do everything I can to try to follow the law and pay all the money that I owe to Uncle Sam and do everything else correct in this YouTube thing that I'm doing, although I don't do the best, for sure. I am able to admit I am far from perfect. But it just scares me to know that if I forget something or neglect something, it could come back to haunt me. There are real life consequences to these actions. I am an adult and I don't feel secure. I thought that I would feel secure, and it goes back to my dad. I have learned, especially recently, he has these issues too and he struggles with them all the time. And man, does that suck. I mean, it's the most obvious thing in the world, right? When you become an adult, it's not as fun anymore, but fuck, does it suck. Man, it could be so much worse. I have a home. I have an amazing job. I have an amazing, beautiful wife who I love so much. I don't even know what I'm complaining about, but I'm complaining nonetheless. It's so scary. And it's such an interesting climate in our country right now. Maybe that coincides with how I'm feeling. A dangerous political climate, a lot of tension across the globe, or maybe it's just the same as it's always been, and the media is profiting more than ever off of saying everything's going to shit. It's a mind fuck. I don't know. Are we fine? Are we not fine? Does the media want us to think we're not fine, so we tune in and watch more Pfizer advertisements for Viagra and buy boner pills so we can get our last fuck in before Donald Trump becomes president? I don't know. How do you know if we're fucked or not? I don't even know. How do you trust the media? You don't trust the media. The media profits off of our despair. This is going to be evidence at a trial for when I kill someone over a quarter pounder that had 1 piece of cheese instead of 2. I actually haven't eaten McDonald's in a while, so I don't know how many pieces of cheese are on quarter pounders now in this country. Back in my day, it used to be 3 pieces of cheese, but those goddamn... I'm just going to take a drink. And here's where we're going to wrap up the video. And I'm going to finally get this all off my chest so I can feel some sense of satisfaction for the next 25 minutes until I freak out again. Just know that this feeling of being unsure of yourself and scared, maybe, not knowing what you're going to do with your life, what's my career going to be, that feeling is terrible and overwhelming at times, but like all things, it either goes away or you get used to it. I hope it goes away one day, but in the meantime, I'm getting used to it. I'm used to the great unknown, and maybe that's a good thing. Let's end on a positive note. Maybe it's a good thing that I don't know that I'm going to work in an auto factory for the next 40 years, get a pension, and die. It's probably a good thing. It's a scary thing. But, you know, on second thought, killing someone over a quarter pounder doesn't sound terrible. There's free healthcare in prison, free sex. I mean, anyways, I tried to end it on a positive note. I tried. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry for ruining your day. Peace out. Hope you enjoyed the new mic. I hope it sounds good. It looks good. All right, bye.